Today, we're going to interrupt our regular programming to bring you coverage of the biggest day in crypto's history. You're watching the Bitcoin price live on the day when Coinbase goes live on the New York Stock Exchange. And today, we're going to try and get you some live coverage of the Coinbase price as Coinbase goes public. It's a huge day today. Not only is Bitcoin breaking through all-time highs, almost hitting $65,000. Ethereum is breaking all-time highs. Cardano is breaking all-time highs. BNB has had the run of its life. This Coinbase listing has brought the mass market into crypto, and it's going to start the biggest asset run of all times. We have to be ready for this pump. We have to be ready for what it brings. We have to know what to trade. And so today, what we're going to do is we're going to interrupt our regular programming. I'm going to show you my portfolio another time. Today, we're going to talk to a whole lot of experts and see how they are preparing and how they're trading this pump. Guys, what a day, what a day, what a day to be alive, what a day to be in crypto. You're not going to get better than this. I mean, this is a historical day. And if you've been here for a while, we should congratulate ourselves. I mean, we did it. We did it. Here we are a couple of years later, depending on when you got into crypto, and we did it. Today is a huge day. Today is the day where Bitcoin takes center stage on Wall Street. Bitcoin, the whole world today is going to be looking at crypto and Bitcoin because of Coinbase. So a huge day, and I'm so happy to be able to come to you on a day like this and to bring you crypto love and crypto wisdom. For those of you guys who are new, well, welcome. I'm Crypto Man Run, and you've come to the right place. Because not only is this the only channel that I know of that brings you live streaming crypto coverage every single day, more than once a day, but this is the only channel which is giving you the biggest crypto giveaway in history. And I don't say that lightly. We have the biggest crypto giveaway in history. So we started a thing called the banter bags. How it works is we took $10,000, we invested that $10,000 in pre-market allocations. And those pre-market allocations have started to come to market and they've started to grow. And so that is the banter bags. We took $10,000, we invested it. Those tokens are starting to come to market. And let's actually have a look at those bags. Let's just look at how big those bags are. Fred, can we call up the bags and just see? Okay, so the bags are up. Let's look at what the bags look like. Let's look at what the bags look like. You've got, I can't see the bags. Fred, just call it, switch it off and switch it on. Let's have a look at it. Okay, there we go. Now I can see the bag. So we have now made the full 10 investments. We invested in Unmarshall, in ShopX. We got a double allocation of AOS because the guys from AOS were so amazing and so good to us that they gave us a double allocation of AOS. We got Deeper Network. We got Rocket Vault Finance, which launched yesterday. We got Collateral, which is coming to market pretty soon. OCAM, Refinable, Beyond Finance, and then I got us another allocation. I got us a brand new allocation. Yeah, I got you guys an allocation, a new allocation of Donkey Finance. Now, this is an amazing project. It's such a cool project. The guys from Donkey Finance are actually coming onto the show today. So very, very, very excited to share what Donkey Finance does. I'm not going to give it away, but what I'm going to tell you is that Donkey is the first protocol in the world to allow people to copy farm. So social farming. So, you've heard the term yield farming and you've been intimidated about how to do it, rug pools, impermanent loss, all those good things that come with yield farming. Well, Donkey Finance allows you to copy any other farmer in the world. So if there's a farmer that's registered on the protocol, Donkey Finance is the one protocol in the world which kind of allows you to copy farm with one touch of a button. And they've got insurance protocols. And to me, and I think to Fred too, one of the most exciting protocols out there. Seriously, one of the most exciting protocols out there. Cool, well, let's get on with the show. Let's just have a look. Has Coinbase actually started trading? Can we see a live price yet? People were talking about $250,000. Oh no, we don't have a live price there. People were talking about $250,000. People were talking about $250, which would give it a huge market cap. People were talking about a $600 Coinbase launch. Let's see if we can catch that Coinbase launch while I'm here and I'm live with you guys, and we'll see what happens. At the same time, if we look at Bitcoin, let's quickly look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, you see a big red candle. This is a classic case of buy the rumor, sell the news. A lot of hype around the Coinbase listing, and now Coinbase is going to list, and Bitcoin has come down. But guys, nothing to worry about. I mean, we're still way over 60,000. We're at $63,000 more or less. And it's a huge, huge, huge day. I mean, not many people could have seen this coming, except I know of two people in the world that actually told you this was going to happen. The first person that told you this was going to happen was me. I told you this was going to happen. Fred, call up that tweet where I told them this was going to happen. Remember that tweet where I said the day that Coinbase lists, we were going to get to an all-time high. Do you remember that? I told you guys. This is exactly what was going to happen. So guys, give us some love before I show you the other man with a crystal ball around here. Give us some love, hit the like, hit the subscribe. That is how you win the banter bags. Before I carry on with the show, I just want to see how many people here don't want to win the banter bags. How many people here don't want free money? Let's have a look here. Let's see. Who doesn't want free money? Who doesn't want free money? Free opportunity to get your hands onto $2 or $3 million worth of pre-market allocations. Let's see. Who doesn't want free money? Oh, I see. There's 3,000 people watching and 1,300 likes. What does that mean? It means that, sure, 1,700 people don't want free money. Fred, can you imagine 1,700 people not wanting free money? Fred says he wants free money. He said, the less of you that enter, the more of him, more entries he gets. How do you get entries, guys? Simple. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. That's one entry. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoManRun. That's another entry. Join the Telegram group. That's an entry. Share this content. When you share this content, you get 2 entries. Like, subscribe, bell button, share. This is the only time where you're going to sit on your couch, on your sofa. You're going to sit on your sofa and you're going to get a chance. I want to quickly just call up the bags over here to get 10 pre-market allocations and probably actually a whole lot more pre-market allocations, because I'm not going to stop here. I think after listening to you guys, what we're going to start doing is we're going to start selling some of these allocations so we can start getting more allocations, which means that by the time you guys get these bags, and we're going to give it to you when we hit 250,000 subscribers, by the time that happens, you guys will have millions and millions of dollars. And like I said to you before, we're going to leave it up to you guys to tell us whether we should give the bags away to give it to 3, 10, or 100 people. We'll do what you say. So just tell us what to do. Smash those likes, smash those subscribes. Remember, I did tell you that today would be the biggest day. I did tell you that that Bitcoin would break an all-time high. The other person who seems to have my crystal ball is Dan Muirhead. And guys, this is freaky. I don't know if you guys saw this tweet, but what he said, this is getting ridiculous. He says a year ago, they called this Bitcoin price exactly to the week. And you can see that. They say to within 1 week. He says, this is getting ridiculous. A year ago, we predicted Bitcoin hitting 62,968 this week. It just did that. The Bitcoin rally is exactly like previous halvings. And based on this, and I remember when he published this tweet that said that the Bitcoin price was going to hit $115,000, I thought the guy was out of his mind. Because remember, when he did this, we were in the peak of the bear market. Just after COVID. We're just starting to recover from COVID. And Dan Muirhead publishes a tweet that says Bitcoin is going to hit $115,000 in April next year, or in August next year. And I remember I was flabbergasted. I was like, dude, you are on some serious crack. Send me to your dealer. Tell me where I can get that shit from. And call up that tweet again, Freddie. Let's see what the guy said. Because now things are starting to get real. So he says 62,000. He says by the 15th of May, 74,000. By the 15th of June, 88,000. By the 15th of July, 104,000. By the 15th of August, 115,000. Guys, I have a real treat for you guys today. To verify these assumptions, or to tell us what people think of these assumptions, guess who I have in the waiting room? I have Rudo. I have Sheldon. I have MDX Crypto. I have a whole lot of other people in the waiting room. So today's a big show. You don't want to miss today's big show. Not only because of Coinbase, but because we have a lot to be happy about. Today's a day where we should sit back and we should just celebrate. Just celebrate. Pat yourselves on the back. Celebrate, because a lot's happened and we should take a look at what's happened. The first thing is, like I said to you, Bitcoin today hit an all-time high. It's now, if I look at it, it is hovering around $63,000. Yeah, of course, after a big green candle comes a big red candle. Also today, Bitcoin is officially the 6th biggest currency in the world. Guess who it dethroned? Yeah, guys, you realized, you guessed it. It dethroned the British pound. At $64,000, Bitcoin became the 6th largest currency in the world, overtaking the British pound in size. Another thing we should celebrate is that Bitcoin was the first asset, or the quickest asset, to hit a $1 trillion market cap. Never happened this quickly before. It took Microsoft 44 years. It took Apple 42 years. It took Amazon 24 years. It took Google 21 years. It took Bitcoin 12 years. Not only Google, it's not only Bitcoin. Ethereum. Ethereum is also at all-time highs. In fact, Ethereum, the open interest on the futures is today at $8 billion, which means that there's institutional stuff happening on the futures. BNB is at an all-time high. XRP moving towards its all-time high. DeFi is also at an all-time high. There is $80 billion of locked value on the DeFi protocols today. The Bitcoin futures interest is at an all-time high. All the degens, all celebrating. So everything is at an all-time high. You know what else is at an all-time high? I want to show you this. I think it's crazy, but I mean, worth showing it to you guys. So let me show you what else is almost at an all-time high. You'll love this one. How's that? Dogecoin, 12 cents. I mean, Dogecoin now has a market cap of $15 billion. So to me, is that an alarm bell, or is that a good thing? What it shows is that today started a new chapter in Bitcoin's life and in crypto's life. Today is the beginning of the next cycle. What is the next cycle? The next cycle is serious retail mass adoption. And I don't only mean mass adoption of crypto and using Bitcoin. We'll leave that for another show. But today is the day where Coinbase puts cryptocurrency on center stage and the retail investor starts to ape into cryptocurrency. Where do they go? Well, they go to the coins that they know. What do they know? Bitcoin, Ethereum. They know XRP. They know Dogecoin. And that's why if you look at coin market cap today, that's exactly what's happening. The bigger coins, the ones that everybody knows about, are the ones that are starting to run. So I've been getting a whole lot of questions from people like you. I actually want to read you one of these. Hold on a second. I want to read you one of these. I hope I've got it on my phone because, I mean, this is gold. Let me see. Okay, so, oh no, it's a voice note. So what happened is someone texted me this morning and said, how should I be trading this? Should I be taking my money out of my small altcoins and putting it into BNB or into Ethereum? That's the big question. How do you trade this cycle? And so what I decided to do today was to stop our programming and to actually bring you experts to tell you how they are trading this cycle. And based on that, you should know where to put your money. What I want to just tell you is I want to tell you what I would do in this cycle. So the main message for me, what I learned about the cycle, is don't FOMO into tokens. You have to have patience. Sit back, relax. Don't do anything. If you're holding real shitcoins, move out of those shitcoins and put them into some other coins, and we'll talk about what other coins you should put them into today. But whatever happens, if you see BNB going for a run, if you see Kattana going for a run, don't take money out of your other alts and start chasing those runs. If you do, what's going to land up happening is you're going to land up putting your money into coins that have already run, and you're going to miss the run. Remember the adage. The adage says that the rising tide lifts all boats. And so the big word here is patience. Be patient. Your token will go up. Right now, what would I be trading? very, very, very simple. Let me show you. Sorry, I've got a whole lot of new screens here. I've got the Ultimate Trader set up here. I want to show you what I'll be doing if I were you guys right now. So the first thing is, you know that the big altcoins are starting to run. You saw BNB run. In fact, let's have a look at it. Exactly. Ellen says, respect the pump. So exactly that, respect the pump. Don't get in the way of the pump. But let's look at the tokens that are running. And let me make my screen bigger for you guys. Okay, so you can see the screen over here. What you want to be looking at, because you know that the big tokens are starting to run, you want to be looking at the big tokens that haven't run yet. And what I would do to start this off is I'd look at the 7-day numbers here on CoinGecko and look at the big altcoins that haven't had a run. So should we be buying Ethereum? It's had a 10% run in the last 7 days. BNB doubled in the last 14 days. XRP, 48% in the last 7 days. What do? We don't buy those coins. They have already had a run. Who is starting to run? Oh, look, Cardano. Cardano's starting to pick up steam. Should we buy it? Maybe. And we go all the way down the chain, down the CoinGecko, and we look for the major altcoins, the top 20 coins that haven't had a run. And you know for sure that when people start taking profits from the coins where they've made 100% profit in the last couple of days, which are Binance Coin, XRP, what are they going to do with the profits? They're going to put them into the next major altcoins. What are the altcoins that haven't run? Well, let's have a look. Surprise! Chainlink only run 1.5%. Buy Chainlink. Chainlink is about to go on a run. How do we know this? Every other token has had a run. You know what else I'd be buying? I'd be buying Bitcoin Cash and I'd be buying Litecoin. I'm not sure that fundamentally those are the best coins, but you can't stand in the way of a pump. So if you're looking to buy major altcoins, go down the top 20 coins and look at the ones that haven't run. Look at VeChain. Would you be buying VeChain today? No, it's had a run. Try and buy the ones that haven't had a run. There are a lot of them. Another one which I saw, Terra Labs. The big altcoins are running. Terra Labs is down. We know that fundamentally this is an amazing project. So that would be my strategy. And at the same time, what I would be doing is I would be preparing for the small altcoin run. And what I would be doing there is I would be looking for the smaller altcoins, the ones that where the liquidity was stolen to pump the big altcoins, the ones that have gone down, your smaller altcoins, and start setting yourself some buy levels. Like for me, I looked earlier on my CoinGecko and I saw that Bird, one of my small cap gems, has gone down to $130. This is a token that got to $300. And I'm just giving you one example of these things. You got to prepare for both of those cycles. And that's exactly how I would be trading this massive Coinbase retail pump. Got it? Amazing. Fred, have you got it? You're not going to go wreck yourself again like you did the last time. Fred says tick. All right, so it's not only about how I would trade this. In fact, let me bring on someone who you guys love and you guys trust. And let's ask him how he's trading this pump. Rudo, how are you, my friend?
Hi, Ren. How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. So listen, major pumps happening. Very, very, very keen to know how you are trading this pump. What do you think? How are you trading this pump? And I think first things first, share your screen. While you're sharing the screen, guys, if you like Rudo, if you want to see him back here, smash the likes. Tell us if we should get Rudo back here. I'm not sure. Right now we have 2,500 likes, 5,000 people watching. Rudo, the guys are saying, basically, this is your last time on Crypto Banter.
My last time on Banter.
It's your last time on Crypto Banter, so good luck, buddy. Nice to see you. Guys, give Rudo some love. All right, let's
awesome.
go. So,
right, what would I be doing?
This pump.
Well, it's the true adage that you said. Bitcoin is the rising tide that rises all ships. So firstly, you need to understand where you would want to go and where the tide would want to go. And then we'll start looking at which ships are closer to the ocean and which ships are deeper into the harbor. Because the ones that's closer to the ocean, when that tide and that waves come, they're going to be the one that raises and lifts up first. And then we start jumping ship. And that's what what we would want to do as traders. So firstly, I would go to my trusted point and figure chart. The point and figure chart eliminates time, and it shows me exactly where there's a little bit of an imbalance left in the market. Price moved too fast and liquidity is left behind. Now, you're saying you've got all these new big listings. You've got Coinbase. You've got big players sitting on the side. You've got this whole new market opening up. And if you are a smart, large player, what would you do? You won't just market execute yourself into the market. You would put a limit order in. A limit order slows down the market. A limit order is sort of like a handbrake. Wait a minute, come back. Let's get a little bit more of the liquidity. Now, Ran, I believe you probably would have heard about the theory regarding trading and auctions, auction theory. And that basically states that money goes, the price of any asset goes to where the money is. And at the moment, smart money would want to be controlling the market, making it feel uncomfortable. My dear friend Leo is at this stage saying it's getting too easy. Making money is getting too easy. And if it's getting too easy, there will always be a little bit of foolery out there. So looking at this, we've got a bit of an imbalance in Bitcoin at the moment. And I expect that imbalance to get filled. So firstly, the tide needs to get back to rising all the ships. Now, we are currently capturing this liquidity, or on our way capturing the liquidity. And if you can see my screen there, I believe that we should be falling between maybe 61,195 odd on Binance. And price should start holding this area as support. If we start losing this, this would be very bad for us. This would mean that we're going to start looking for more money. And then we need to troll the order books and start looking for where is the money waiting and hiding for us. But for now, that would be my first target. With this being said, Ran, I think anything that you would want to be buying in, you need to start looking at a Bitcoin pairing or an Ethereum pairing. So over to you, buddy.
Okay, so what would you be buying? Because that's what I want to know. I want to know what you would be buying. Have you got anything ready for us, or should we give you a few minutes to tell us what you should be buying?
Ready at the moment, no, because I first want to get the imbalance done, and then we'll have a look at that.
Okay, so we know there's an imbalance. Cool, amazing. Go back and do your homework. You've been a naughty boy. You need to do homework. Give us some calls. We want calls. You know who is going to give us some more calls is MDX Crypto, and he's told me to be quick because if I'm not quick, then his girlfriend is going to cut off his genitals.
Mate, they're already cut off. Ran, I've had about 5 pints. I'm half cut right now. I feel great. It's great to be on the show and see your beautiful golden face. You look like you've got a tan. The vacation went well. Yeah, dude, I got a few altcoins for you. I said I wanted to come on the show. I got 3,000x coins. I think these ones were 1,000x. So but yeah, I do need to be quick.
Guys are complaining about the focus on my chart. So get on, put up your chart. Let's get your chart up.
All right, cool. So guys, I'm going to go through this real quick. Guys, the 3 altcoins I'm really looking at for like those. Can you see my chart?
Yeah, take your time. I'm going to jump off the stream and jump back on the stream. Basically, this is now the MDX show. So do what you want to do. Don't swear too much.
Dude, I got to be quick. I love you, bro. Listen, you're hilarious.
One more thing. Please don't do that trick where if people like it, your girlfriend shows her ass, because I like my channel. I like my channel.
Ever since that, YouTube have been really disciplining me in a bad way. They've been taking my likes away. I'm never doing that kind of shit again. Like, let's not do that.
All right, go for it. Shoot.
Right, guys, 3 altcoins I'm looking at right now for 1,000x. Now, I've got it's similar to what you do, Ran. I've got like 3 different things. The hodl position, the medium term. These are the kind of those low ones, those low cap altcoins underneath $100 million, which I think in 1,000x. Now, first one is Swarm, guys. It's going to be called Swarm Markets. This is looking really interesting because it has a complete USP on the securities and equities market in terms of tokenizing them. So this chart here, at the end of the day, you don't really need to look at this chart. This just shows you that there's basically absolutely fuck all liquidity. You don't want to swear too much, Ran. I'll be good on the show. This is my show now, guys. This is my show now. What's up? Welcome back. How you guys doing? But yeah, so this is a really good low cap altcoin. Let me just quickly pop it up. That's my other altcoin there. This is actually looking at around $15 million right now, I think. $16 million of market cap. These guys are actually, it's going to be similar to Uniswap. And it's different because what they're doing is they're tokenizing securities and equities, but it's different because it's going to be a decentralized exchange. Now, you look at Binance, what they're doing with, tokenizing Tesla. You look at some other projects which are tokenizing stocks as well, security tokens, but they're centralized and those tokens can't leave the exchanges they're in. So the Tesla tokens right now you have, if you bought Tesla through Binance, they can't leave the exchange. The next step, guys, is having security tokens and equities which can come over onto a decentralized platform, have a standard, which will be called the SRC20. That's what Swarm are building. They're building the SCR20, similar to ERC20 standard, but it's going to be for security and equities. And eventually, what I think this eventually could happen, I know the guys personally. I'm going to get them on my show in probably 2 weeks. But these guys actually have the regulation behind it from Germany where they can actually bring this. And if these guys can do this, the Swarm token, just to make it very clear, is a liquidity token similar to the BNT token, similar to the Balancer token, similar to the Uniswap token, but it's not a governance token. But the reason I'm excited about this is because they have the regulation in place. And also, if they can become the standard for security tokens, you'll see Swarm-backed SRC20 tokens living on other exchanges. Now, like I said, it's 1000x. If they realize their freaking vision, guys, this is going to 1000x. I've got to be quick.
Hold on. Okay. So you sound very fundamental for a technical analyst. I mean, that actually sounds like you've done your homework, which is not something I'm used to. Usually I'm used to you drawing like lines on charts and shit.
Yeah, but I trade for every day. I trade every day, but I've made probably most of my money through long-term investments, really. Like that's the ones you pick which go up. EOS I made like 5,000% in 2017. I made loads obviously on Bitcoin. I've been buying Bitcoin for 5-6 years. And then there's the altcoins. But no, I trade every single day to make those everyday gains. But, really in this game, when you want to hit those really big ones, it's about the fundamentals. But
okay,
the reason it's fundamentally based is because you can't chart this out. It's like fuck all. It's nowhere. These are 1000x gems, Ran. This isn't the trading stuff. This is the 1000x's.
Okay, now question. Where would you be putting your money now? Would you be taking your money today and saying, okay, I'm going to go into the big cap alts, the chain links, the ones that haven't run? Or would you be starting to get ready for like this massive small token pump, which is probably inevitable?
Yeah, well, I think you're right. Yeah, right now I'm looking at the medium caps, but the medium caps are above the top 50. They're going to trend more and more similar to Bitcoin. ETH just trends very similar to Bitcoin now. And if Bitcoin does go for a parabolic phase up, they're going to go up with it, but it's not, those gains aren't going to be there. There is going to be a time where these micro cap altcoins with good fundamentals are going to do crazy things because people have made a lot of money out of Bitcoin. I think you said it on one of your shows previously. Even if like 5, 10, 15% of that Bitcoin money made comes back into alts, you're going to get these 1000x's are going to go pop and you're going to see some crazy things happening. So yeah, I play all the cards. So this is a fundamental play, because
next one before your girlfriend off your
yeah, I'm going to get three more pints down in a second. But okay, this one's been flying around Twitter. I think this is really, really cool. I've got like this in network of people on Twitter who we talk about this kind of stuff, but this one looks really, really good as well. Coming from the trading sphere I'm in, this is called Kattana. Now, again, guys, absolutely tiny, below $100 million. This is you put $1,000 into these coins, you can literally make $1 million. Like that's actually possible when it's under $100 million, depending. But this is this looks really, really good to me because it's merging between DeFi and CeFi exchanges. So it says here, you can see it on the screen quite readily. Trade crypto on trade on cryptocurrency decentralized exchanges with centralized exchanges tools. So it's merging the two together. I hate Uniswap. I hate fucking PancakeSwap. I hate the name. I feel like I'm in a restaurant. I don't, as someone who comes from the trading sphere, we don't want this. We want order books, but at the moment you just don't have them, and you can't really have them with automated market making systems. But there are ways you can merge the two together. So, and this is another fundamental play. Like you got to remember as well, Ram. You can trade technicals on assets which are at least over 500 million, but there's no point on these low ones. Just buy them and hold them. You're going to make the gains anyway. You're not going to make more than if you're right on your bet on any project. You're not going to make more money trading it than actually just holding it, right? When it's this low. When it gets the higher...
It's music to my ears to hear a trader like you say something like that. It's music to my ears because that's how I think. I've never made money trading. I've always made money just buying good stuff and holding it.
Look, when you have high liquidity tokens, the reason people use leverage is so, look at like the bond market, for instance. They're using 1000x leverage every day. Look at the equity market. They're using up to 100x, even 500x. And cryptocurrency is 100x. But actually, 100x is quite low, really, in the general trading sphere. I know people who trade bonds. They're trading 1000x or more because it's moving on such a small level. So you don't need like the reason you use leverage on Bitcoin is so you can leverage up the gains on the percent move. But if you're good at trading, you can make money when there's like let's say there's not all these amazing projects coming up like altcoins, right? You can still make money. So you have to have both ends of the
cool. Let's go.
spectrum.
One more. Give me one more. Come on, give me one more. One more beer.
This one's slightly higher in market cap. I'm not going to lie, but this one's already known, Attari Token. Everyone knows Attari Token, but I do have an inside scoop right now through Ultra, and these guys, it's kind of a crap. It was kind of a crap token to begin with, but actually, this is actually really looking clever right now in terms of what they're doing. They're going to be integrating the Attari Token into their console. So everyone knows Atari. I lost my childhood to Roller Coaster Tycoon. That game is sick. Can't wait for Sandbox to come out so I can start gaming on that freaking roller coaster shit again. But this is really, really interesting to me. Again, no point really charting it. It's making high lows and high highs. It's a great chart. But this one, they're integrating the Attari Token into every single console. So you have to use it to buy games. These guys are partnering up with some of the biggest games companies in the world. Ubisoft, UOS is going to be them as well, by the way. You already know I've spoken about that one. AMD, all the way through to what's that one with Fortnite? I can't remember the name. But these guys are really pushing this token to be utility. You can use them to mint NFTs as well now. So I think that this one as well, and it's a massive name. I bought Attari tokens in the pre-sale for the only reason because it's called Atari. It's gonna pump, guys, whatever happens. It's just that big name, right? Even if the fundamentals aren't sound, because it's a bull market right now. But you can look at fundamentals. There's two ways of looking at it, like you said. Here we go. Some weird noise. Sounds like a donkey going off.
Donkey. That means donkey's in the waiting room. That means that we have an interview later on with the donkey. And I mean,
Ran, I thought some weird stuff just happened to you, dude. I thought something like you were on that camera of yours. You got donkeys in the back.
My man, go and have some beers. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
much love to your channel. Much love for everything you do for us, crypto. Ciao, buddy. All right. Let's get on with the show. There's lots going on. Wow, my waiting room here. I wish you guys could see it. There's so many people in the waiting room. Sheldon, the sniper. How are you, my friend? Sheldon, you're on mute again.
There we go. How's it going? Good. Apologies.
Sheldon, how would you trade this market? Would you get out of the big coins and get into the small coins, get ready for a market run, or would you be trading the big coins?
Okay, so firstly, in my opinion, not yet. I still believe their turn is to come. I believe it's Bitcoin's turn, and then it's major alts turn, and then after that, the smaller cap. So I'm sort of flowing with... Is a donkey going again? I'm sort of flowing with the market at the moment. Wherever we are shifting is where I want to move. Now, one thing I just want to show you quickly, which is I've basically marked the blocks here, and I've marked smaller zones. These were the times in the markets since obviously the data was a dominance where we could actually make Bitcoin. When do we make Bitcoin? When the dominance is dropping. And one thing that I want to show that's quite key is we've had in the last 2 years, from basically 2018 to 2020, we've had 6 decent-ish sort of areas that we could actually make some Bitcoin. So if you're asking how I'm trying to trade the market at the moment, is I'm chasing Bitcoin. I want to be making Bitcoin out of the market. Now, if you see, I've highlighted 4 main orange blocks. We have not had the dominance drop at this significant sort of level often before. This is the 4th time that we are having this big sort of drop in the dominance. So it actually shows you that we've only actually had 4 real massive opportunities to make a lot of Bitcoin. So we could see that this does not come. So now my opinion is I'm trading for Bitcoin. And how I do that is, firstly, I do have Bitcoin. So I have a look at my Bitcoin. This is market in there.
Trading the pairs against a BTC. What would you be buying right now against BTC? Because this is not a waste of time show. This is a show where we need to get into the nuts and bolts, and people want to know where.
Awesome. No problem. So what I am doing with them, obviously I have shown them before. First thing, I was just checking that Bitcoin is healthy. As long as Bitcoin healthy, I'm trading to the pairs. Dominance is dropping. Which ones? Same ones, Rand. These are the ones that I am going for. Litecoin. What are we doing right now? We are finally breaking this downwards trend. We are at the verge of just pushing upwards. And just to show you 2 small zones. The first zone, just to complete that cup over there, we can double our Bitcoin. The next small zone, 1.5 our Bitcoin, and we go on and on. You know, at the end of the day, the next zone after that, we can 3 times our Bitcoin.
Okay,
So
I need to
chasing.
wait. I need to ask you a question. Hold on, stop. Hold the phone.
Cool.
When I look at Litecoin, I can't see any fundamental reason to buy it. It's not a well-adopted currency. It's not going to be cash because Luna is going to be cash. It's not going to be a store of value. We don't need a silver to Bitcoin's gold. How do you justify from a technical point of view when the fundamentals don't talk to the technicals? Do you say, like I say, that in a pump like this, you just trade for the pump, make the pump, and have a very tight stop loss? Is that the strategy here?
Exactly. You obviously have a backup sort of plan with it as well. But same thing with Doge. How many guys said Doge is a great coin and how many said it's a bunch of crap? It's true. But you know what? End of the day, Doge would have doubled your Bitcoin in the last few days, or it would have given you a lot of gains.
What else? We don't have much time.
Bitcoin Cash, exactly what you've been talking about. The chart is showing me the exact same thing. Same with Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin has been on this downwards trail for a long time, Bitcoin Cash, and we are finally breaking that. You know, to the first position.
Stop. I want you to do something. Zoom out of that chart. I want people to see something on that chart. Like, go back to the beginning of time on Bitcoin Cash. Have you got a chart that takes me back to like the beginning of time?
Yeah, it's the Coinbase one. So we can jump back to the Coinbase one.
Well, that's what I want to show people. I want to give people perspective of.
There we go. So let's make that bigger. There we go.
This just shows you guys, if Bitcoin Cash does break out of that resistance line, Sheldon, zoom in on that resistance line because that resistance line is gold.
Cool. Let's just back on this one over here. There we go. So that was to the USDT. There we go. So there's it over there. So if you mark this to the Binance chart, you can see the first top of that line, 3rd of August, last year, the 3rd of August, to where we are right now is where we're breaking. So you will identify this trend line exactly at that sort of point there.
Okay. Sheldon, so we're saying Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. Are you getting into the small coins or you saying
Not yet.
Litecoin? Not yet. Okay, amazing.
I will get there.
I'm going to let you go because the donkey is driving me absolutely bananas. Stay on board. Maybe we'll add you in with Rudo a bit later.
No problem.
Oh, my friend. Alrighty. So we now know how those guys are trading the market. I've got Rudo. I can see him in the waiting room. He's sweating. He's trying to come up with calls for you guys. In the meantime, I'm going to bring in someone else. He joined us on Friday Banter. He called gold on Friday Banter. We swore that we wouldn't get him back ever again, but we did. You know, we're good people. Mr. Boxmining, how are you, my friend?
Hey, how's it going, Rand? Doing super well today. Super exciting day, honestly. Just looking at Coinbase. Are you doing that?
What is the price? I'm trying to find the price here. I can't find the price. What is the live price of Coinbase?
So the thing is, we only have like I've been looking at the FTX traded version. It's gone down like 20%. So right now it's at around 467. So it's the market's I was still kind of waiting for it to open while the show starts, but the market's open, but Coinbase isn't fully listed yet. But okay. It's doing pretty well though. I mean, Nasdaq said 250 suggested listing price. If it goes to 467, that's a pretty good day, right?
Okay, so big day in crypto. We're celebrating many things. Like I said, we're celebrating Bitcoin all-time high, Ethereum all-time high, Coinbase bringing crypto to the masses. I want to know from you, because you're quite experienced, you've been here for a while. How are you trading this? What are you buying? Are you buying big caps? Are you buying small caps? Are you looking at sectors? That's what today is about. We really, really, really want to try and understand what people are doing and how they're adjusting their strategies.
So I'm extremely bullish right now. So just because of this Coinbase listing, it's bringing attention into crypto. So whatever fiat I have, I'm plowing those into both DeFi and small caps. So I'm keeping my big bags around the same. So I have like a big, bag of Bitcoin, Ethereum, VeChain, and medium bags. But right now, what I'm doing is I'm just like kind of doubling up on my DeFi tokens. Right? That's the kind of current strategy.
Why DeFi?
Because look at the theory for this. Yeah, because Coinbase is listing, it's bringing a lot of attention, especially to people who haven't touched crypto before. And then they're going to try to find the next Coinbase, right? the optimal strategy here, obviously, everyone's going to look at these, giant evaluations of Coinbase, be like, oh, this is too expensive. I don't want to buy it, but I want to find the next Coinbase because I know people like Barry Silbert who who got into Coinbase early. They got these big bags. They made a lot of money. They want to replicate that success, right? And I just looked at some figures for DeFi right now. I think last time on Friday, you guys are saying, "Oh, DeFi is not very hot. NFTs are hot." But let me tell you something. All right. So first of all, Uniswap, right, the biggest exchange in these DEX right now, it's $570 million in revenue for the platform in the past year. Right. That like these numbers are insane. Like if you look at Coinbase's numbers, right, they made around 1.8 billion in a year last year. Right, Uniswap in 1 year since launch is doing pretty much 500 million. So look at the potential here, right? So that's number one. So Uni, I'm like this. It's a big DeFi blue chip. That's something I'm plowing into. I feel like I don't want to miss a boat on this one. They're generating so much traffic and volume. It's just insane. Are you there, Ran?
I agree. And you know what? Uni actually goes on my theory, what I said earlier. Let me just show you guys what I said earlier. I said, work your way down coin market cap and find the ones that haven't run in the last 30 days. Now, Uniswap's had a 6.7% run. Ironically, I must say, when I look at the top 10 coins, I'm actually quite comfortable with Uniswap in number 7 or number 8. Like, if you would say to me, how do I see Uniswap at the end of the year? I'd say it should be the 6th, 7th, or 8th biggest coin. Kind of like, that's how important it is in the ecosystem.
Yeah, absolutely. And let me see if I should share screen. Do you dare me share my screen here for a sec here? All right. So let me see if this pops up over here. So this is crypto fees. So this is just a fee aggregator of how much these DeFi platforms are making. So look at this in 1 day of fees. This is $3.3 million, 3.4 really if you round it up, $1 million made by Uniswap, right? These are huge numbers. I mean, obviously Uniswap, there's a lot of excitement previously with their new announcement of this version 4, this next big upgrade coming to Uniswap coming soon. There was a little bit of hype for that, but in the past week or so, it died down a bit, and I feel like this is a good time. This is a good time for it because these numbers are gigantic. People who are in traditional finance, they're looking for these giant revenue numbers. Why not, right? This is where the other thing that Barry Silbert said in an interview after the Coinbase listing was that he's looking to sell Coinbase, right? He already invested in Coinbase. He made a lot of money. What else he's going to buy, right? This is where you're going to start to look at what he's looking at because that's where all the gains are going to be, right? So that's number one for you. So Uni, that's the bigger one, bigger cap coin. I'm going to stop sharing screens for a sec, and then I'm going to go up here. Then the other one is TrustSwap. So TrustSwap, they've been doing huge numbers as well. They're a DeFi ecosystem. They have a launchpad. They have something called Team, which help people lock tokens, and they've already locked $1.4 billion on their platform already, right? In terms of tokens, and then they have a liquidity pool as well. And towards the end of this month, what they're going to do is they're going to launch this really big minting platform, which allows anyone to mint coins. And anytime someone mints coins, they can do it for no upfront cost, but it costs them 0.5% in terms of the total token supply, and 0.4 of that goes to the swap holders, right, in terms of farming. So I feel like that's yet another big opportunity here. And the last one, I think you probably heard me mention that's refinable. So it's to do with NFTs, but making NFTs actually cheap to trade, like usable, and it's on Binance Smart Chain. So tons going on, I feel like this market is a market where explosions are happening, right? We're in the peak of an altcoin season, and ignoring altcoins right now it's foolish. I think it's foolish to ignore it. So
big question. Big alts or small alts? So like now, would you adjust your portfolio to be more swayed to big alts? Chainlink, Uniswap, Litecoin, BCH. Sorry, I'm just working down my list here. Yep. Or would you be starting to get ready for the smaller altcoin run? Like the Bird protocols, the smaller ones that, you were around in 2017. You saw this. So question is, I saw
this, and I know how crazy this is, right? Because you have these weeks of insanity, right? And it's not just you're not just looking for 10, 20%. You're looking for doubling or 4x's or 5x's in a short amount of time. So right now I'm spending all my time on the smaller one. So If you think about it, I haven't sold my Bitcoin and Ethereum, so I'll just leave that aside so people don't get freaked out and say, oh my God, I'm going straight into alts. I still have a safety net to cover me if something goes wrong. But in my DGen side, right, I have a DGen Ultra Eagle. And this is where I'm like, this is the peak of, we're arriving to the peak of altcoin season. And whilst that's scary, it's where all the profits were in 2017, right? So if you... Exactly. Like you saw that how crazy it went. Like the few weeks in December, holy crap! Like my mind was blown. Right? Like we still haven't seen that yet.
Exactly, guys. It's so simple. I mean, I just want to show you this again. Sorry, I keep going back to it, but I mean, it's the only way I'm going to get it into you guys' heads. Look here. When people take profits out of BNB, and they're going to take profits, and already they've started taking profits out of XRP, where is that money going to go? It's not going to go into Bitcoin because Bitcoin's at an all-time high. Those degens are going to be buying smaller altcoins, and that's exactly what's going to happen. We have the benefit of hindsight because we saw this in 2017. We saw this exact same cycle in 2017. All right, Box, I'm going to leave you on the show with us because I know you're a degenerate in yield farming, right? And I want you to listen to this next pitch, and then I want you to tell me what you think of the pitch. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right, cool. So I'm going to bring in, finally.
Hello.
Gil from Donkey. Gil, how are you, my friend? Gil is one of the founders of Donkey Finance. Gil, so good to have you on the show, man.
It's very good to be here. Thank you for the donkey welcome.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Okay, so no big secret, no big surprise. I'm an investor in your project. I met you guys not so long ago, and you guys introduced me to Donkey. And I thought it was one of the best ideas that I've heard in crypto. And that's why I decided to back you guys from a very early stage. So full disclosure, guys, I have invested in this project. I was a very early investor. In fact, I helped them a lot along the way. And I'm very interested for you to tell the viewers what Donkey is and why you guys launched it.
Okay, great. So first of all, yes, and everyone here, the team appreciates much of the help that you've given us in the direction. It's very good to be on the show. We're very religious in watching it, everyone on the team. And I'll just start from the very beginning. I mean, yield farming, everyone knows today, and I've heard you say it on the show as well. It's a full-time job. Even more than that, it's something that you can't afford to do part-time. So today, I mean, if you're deciding that you're going to farm, you have to commit to it 100%, 24/7. And we see people that either don't have the ability to farm because the know-how is getting more and more sophisticated every single day. And I'm talking about true farming, like optimal farming strategies. And if they do have the know-how, then they don't have the time to commit.
I'm watching the comments. Gil, I'm watching the comments. A lot of people don't even know what yield farming is. So maybe just in 2 lines, what is yield farming? For those who don't know what it is, explain to them what yield farming actually is.
So, I mean, it depends how you look at it, but let's put it this way. In my opinion, my definition for yield farming is active staking. That's how I would define it. I would say the continuous pursuit of staking and providing liquidity to different DeFi protocols in order to gain those yields that the protocols provide in return. But that's the most basic definition. And from that point on, it just gets more and more and more complicated. And that's exactly the point of our platform. So basically,
so what is Donkey? So you're saying yield farming is a full-time job. You need to know what's going on. There's things like rug pools. There, you have to get in and out of tokens all the time because the yields don't last for very long. And so a good yield farmer basically jumps from one to the next, to the next, to the next strategy to generate the most yield, right? So what do you guys do?
Okay, so 100% correct. A good yield farmer has to jump from one farm to another, taking into consideration numerous factors. The amount of liquidity, how long has that farm been up and running, and et cetera. And what we're doing basically is we're saying, look, up until today, most of yield farming was the interaction between the users, the liquidity providers, and some kind of algorithm vault like Wi-Fi and et cetera. And we want to basically make that more of a user-to-user interface, right? So we want to emphasize the social aspect. We're saying there are people that know how to do this, and we're going to provide the marketplace, right, that connects between these farmers and these investors, these liquidity providers. So you're going to be able to go onto our platform. You're going to see different profiles that have, again, an emphasis on the social aspect of each farmer. So he'll have an avatar and a nickname and historic APY and different strategies that he's done before, and risk appetite and farming philosophy and posts and etc. And basically you as an investor, as a liquidity provider, you're going to be saying, I'm investing in this farmer. I don't know what he's doing right now, and it doesn't really matter because I see what he's been doing so far. And I'm assuming that what he's done so far is plus minus what he's going to continue doing in different variations. So I'm putting my coins on a specific farmer, and that's generating this social connection between the liquidity providers and the farmers.
So it sounds like it's almost like an eToro of yield farming. So eToro allows you to follow equity traders and crypto traders. You guys are creating like an eToro of yield farming. So if I want to follow a farmer, I say, instead of being a farmer myself, I press follow the farmer, and then the system automatically invests my money behind the farmer, and then I pay the farmer a percentage of my profits as a fee for following him, right?
That is 100% correct. eToro of yield farming, copy trading for yield farming, social trading for yield farming, all of those are correct, and that's exactly what we're trying to achieve. A one-click passive way to participate in the farming game. While on the other hand, there are these professional farmers. They know that what they're doing. They're awake 24/7, and they'll be managing the liquidity for you on your behalf, and they're taking a percentage out of the total yield.
Wow, incredible. Okay, you guys raised your round. You finished raising your round, I think yesterday. I saw it in the press. What did you raise?
Yeah, so we raised, we're very fortunate. We raised 2.2 million from very strategic partners, Spark, GBV, AU21, Solidity, and many more, and yourself. There we go. And so we were very fortunate about that, and that's going to help us really build this platform correctly from the bottom up.
Okay. If there are viewers that want to get involved, is there going to be an IDO?
So yes, we're going to go IDO beginning of May. We're going to release the official date very soon on our Twitter. Also, by the way, I mean, we've received a lot of traction on Telegram and Twitter since we made the announcement of the strategic round yesterday. And I'm sure if anyone wants to join us, you're more than welcome to click on the link, Telegram group, join us. We're going to be making more and more announcements there. And we're going to be having that IDO on paid network. So we're very excited about that. Very, very excited. Thank you.
Okay, so one other thing. So, okay, we will leave the Twitter handle and the Telegram handle. Freddie, leave the Telegram and Twitter handle in the bottom. Let's talk about gas fees. So does your platform, because we're all trading together, does it actually pool our gas fees? Does it help, or are we still all going to be paying gas fees?
So that's a really good question. So there's two things here. First of all, the answer is, of course, there's reduced gas fees, but we do it in two different ways. Number one is because the liquidity is pooled together. So obviously the gas fee is divided between each proportionate amount out of the portfolio. So 100% it goes down. And the second thing is that for the farmers, basically what we're enabling is to do, let's say if the strategy is built out of, let's say, 15 different transactions. So we're going to pull that all together into one transaction. So that's going to make a humongous reduction in the gas fees as well. So it's a double bang.
And when does the actual platform launch? So you said the IDO is first week of May. When does the actual platform launch?
So what we want to do is we want to enable our first plan is to enable the liquidity providers, okay, the investors. We want to give them the possibility to start following farmers as soon as possible. So already on the IDO, we're going to take 5 mega farmers that are pre-selected, very talented individuals that also already have a well-known reputation. And they're going to be the first 5 mega farmers that liquidity providers will be able to follow right away. From that point on, what we're gearing towards is 2 main things. Number one, is our strategy builder, which is a JavaScript Web3 interface that allows the farmers to kind of build the cubes and build the actions between the cubes, and then one click deploy the smart contract that executes the strategy. So that's something that's very important, because we want to be able to reach a point where the farmers can onboard automatically completely. Number two is that same interface. We want to make sure that other developers from the community are going to be able to come and add more protocols and more integrations. We left that in the tokenomics as well. We left some tokens specifically designated for external developers that are going to come and build more features, because let's be honest, no one knows where yield farming is going. And it can look completely different in 3 months than it does today. And we want to make sure that no matter where it goes, our platform is going to be at that place.
Okay, cool. So, Box, I know you're a degen farmer. I know that you make a lot of money yield farming. What do you think of the concept? I mean, would you sign up? Would you let people follow you? Do you think it's a good idea?
So I definitely think it's a cool idea, because I mean, I think the biggest example I gave for this was like, you know, if you leave your money in the bank right now, right? Like I have a banking app, and they give you like 0.1% back on your money. Right. Like that, your money is not working for you, right? It's a joke, right? Obviously in the yield farming scene, you're getting much larger yields. So you can start off like some good ones. They start off with like 20%. They give you 20% back per year. And especially for different people, right? Some people want to have exposure to USD. They might not want to go into altcoins. They just want to have USD. You know, I definitely see this as an opportunity, especially break it easier. You know, I was just listening in just now, like you say a lot of these terms, and for the general public, they probably don't know what's going on, right? They don't know what a rug pull is. They don't know what these new coins are. They're completely lost, but they hear that there's money here. And absolutely, I made like a lot of money during the whole yield farming craze. I mean, YFI, just like, you know, that was given out for free. All right, just to put that in perspective, that was one of the first farms I ever got into. That was given out to free. For anyone who made a deposit, you get YFI for free. And now, how much is that worth, right? Was it like $30,000? It's nuts, right? So there's just,
we are running out of time. But bottom line, would you invest?
Absolutely.
Okay, but there's no allocations left, so you can't get in.
Thank you, Rand. Thank you. Arigato gozaimashita.
Listen, much love for you. I definitely want to get you on the show. In fact, Box and I were supposed to do the show together, the whole show. But given the fact that it was Coinbase and everything just exploded, Box, we'll do it again, and I'll let you know when. We'll find a day.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Much love for you. Much love for everything that you do, my friend. And I'll come back. Donkey, Gil, love you guys. Yes. Good luck for the launch. You've definitely got our support. Our community seems to love you. You did also give us $1,000 for the banter bags. We added it to the banter bags. That money is now firmly in the banter bags. This is going to be worth 100 grand, guys. I mean, this is going to be worth 100 grand. Simple. Because
actually, I have a little bit of a surprise that I kind of kept for the show, because yes, we gave the $1,000 and we thought that was something that was in place, of course. But we see really in the last few days how much your community is engaged with us and joining a Telegram group and on Twitter, and we can see the excitement and we can feel the excitement, the whole team. So we decided that we want to kind of show the love back in return, and we decided the whole team from our pocket to add another $5,000 into the banter bag, and we strongly believe that that's going to be worth a lot more.
Wow! Whoa! That means $6,000 of the banter, $6,000 of Donkey will be in the banter bags.
That is correct. $6,000 from our side.
Look, Gil, thank you on behalf of the whole community. And we have the most loyal, engaged community in the world. We know this statistically, that's the case. Thank you, my friend. Like that is, it's an unbelievable gesture. I mean, $6,000 of Donkey in the banter bags. Sure.
Yeah.
Now we all want you to succeed.
There we go. Yeah, we really feel the love and we feel the support from the community, and we just wanted to show it in return, and that's what we want to do.
Thank you, much appreciated. You have our support. Thank you, my man.
Thank you very much, and we're going to keep updated. We have some nice announcements coming up soon, so stay tuned.
Cool. All right, guys. I'm going to bring Rudo back tomorrow, and I'll tell you why. Because if we go for over 60 minutes, YouTube don't circulate our content as much. So I'm going to say goodbye to you now. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. Sheldon show in the morning, my show in the evening, or Sheldon show early, my show a bit later. I'll see you again tomorrow. Love you guys to bits. Trade carefully. Don't get too panicked. There is going to be some kind of correction after the Coinbase listing. I'll see you again tomorrow. Much love for you guys. See you tomorrow.
Crypto Banter is a social podcast for entertainment purposes only. All opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers should not be construed as financial advice. Views expressed by guests and hosts do not reflect the views of the station. Listen